Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
So we're going to hold this webinar. The main objective is for you to learn how to use OBS software. So all of you with lightning talks, for you it's mandatory to pre-record sessions. And I'm going to introduce you the Production Pool team. Production Pool team is a company based on Beograd. Based on Beograd, that are helping WordCamp Europe's organization with everything, almost everything. And in this case, they are collaborating with the speakers, with the content team, in order to facilitate this software, in order to, well, to keep everything in the technical way alive and working correctly. With you today, we have Giovanna, Branimir, yes, Branimir, yeah. No Branimir. Branimir, sorry.
Branimir. Yeah.
Elijah and Ivan from the Production Pool team. Today we are going to see how OBS works. After this video introduction, we are going to have a Q&A session. Giovanna, this is going to be recorded also?
Yes.
Yes. So you will have the option to see again this content in the coming days. So thank you so much, Giovanni, Branimir, Ivan, and Elijah for this help. And you can start whatever you want. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jose. So as Jose mentioned, we are here to facilitate all of the efforts that WordCamp teams are having at this time in order to organize WordPress Camp in the best possible way. So Production Pool members are actually in your Slack channel, so you can find us there and you can chat with us, and if you need any additional questions regarding the recording of the talks or anything else, you can just ping us there. As for today, the original idea was to have a short video introduction of the OBS platform. You will have, or you have already received, the OBS instruction. It's a file in written format, so there are several screenshots you can take a look, which could also facilitate the way you work with the OBS. So after this, feel free to ask questions. So we will have a video, which I think lasts maybe 10 minutes, something like that. After that, you can ask questions, and I will have additional comments maybe in the end of the presentation. So from the WordPress Camp team, you will receive a frame that you will use when you record your talk. And that will happen probably on Monday or Tuesday. So please don't make any recordings before that, any official recordings, but you can actually play with the system and enjoy using it, because it's really simple and it's really cool, as the video will show. So that's it on my side. I will leave the rest of the presentation to the tech team of Production Pool. So we can play the video now.
Yeah, thank you, Joanna. I will just share my screen now and play the video. First, let's go to the OBS website, obsproject.com. In download section, we can find the package depending on which computer we use. For this purpose, we will use the Windows PC. After the package has been downloaded, we will start the installation. The installation itself is pretty much straightforward. When the installation process is complete, we can start the OBS. Auto configuration wizard is offered when the OBS is first launched. Select yes and jump into some basic setup. For usage information, select the radio button called Optimize just for recording, I will not be streaming, and click Next. For video settings, specify 1920 by 1080 for base resolution. 30 is the number of frames per second that we will choose in the drop-down menu below. Click Next and wait for the computer to test most ideal settings. Final test results vary from computer to computer. If you own more than one computer, we advise you to use the one that has stronger processing power. Apply final result settings and enter the OBS. Now we can adjust our working space. Feel free to set this up the way you like. In the Settings menu, go to Advanced tab and select High for process priority. Click Apply. Mac users do not have this option. If you cannot find Settings tab on Mac, go to the OBS drop-down menu in upper left corner and select Preferences. In Video Settings, double-check base and output resolution. Both values should be 1920 by 1080, downscale filter to 36 samples, and for the FPS, 30 is the best way to go. Click Apply. Next is Audio. For now, we will leave it just like the way it is. But here you can select your connected microphone. Now, let's go to the output. For output mode, select Advanced. The recording path is place where your recording will be saved. In the recording card, check Generate file name without space. And for the recording format, select MP4. Encoder should be X264 and rescale output should be unchecked. Variable rate control under rate control and bit rate needs to be set to 10,000 kilobytes per second. CPU usage set to very fast and high option for profile. Click Apply and then OK. Now select Studio Mode Layout. You will be shown two virtual screens. Left one is for preparation and the right one is the one ready for the record. Now let's add some sources. First, we're gonna add background picture. Navigate to Sources plus icon and select Image. Rename source to desired name and click OK. Now browse for image and select OK. Selected image will be shown on the left virtual screen. Here, we will pause for a second and point out some basic settings to get the best possible result. If you are shooting during the day, turn your face towards the daylight source. If you are shooting in a room where there is no daylight, turn on as many light sources as possible to avoid shadows on your face. Your background should be clear and not too dark, and the room should be quiet. Always use horizontal view for your video. Vertical view or vertical video is useless for post-production. Camera should be at your eye level, and your body should be in the center of the screen. Regarding the sound, do not use big and empty rooms for your video recordings. Those rooms provide a lot of echo. Close all windows and doors. If it's possible, do not use computer microphone, and if you use headset with microphone, move away mic from any certain object, like clothes and cheeks. Now, let's go back to the OBS. Navigate to Source plus icon and select Video Capture Device. Rename it to Cam and click OK. Select your cam in Device drop-down menu. Then click OK when the right device is selected. Your cam will pop up in Preview window. Click and hold to move cam around. Click and hold on the red dots to shrink cam in aspect. Position cam in left middle section called Camera Video. Here I'm having trouble with positioning cam just a bit near at the edge of the screen. To remove snipping objects, go to the Settings window again. Then go to the General. And under Source Alignment Snapping, uncheck those two options and click OK. Next is adding your presentation window. To be able to do this, first you must open your presentation. If you are using PowerPoint, go to the Setup slideshow and check Browse by an individual window and then click OK. Now you can start your PowerPoint presentation. You can see that we now have gray bars displayed, followed by black bars on left and right side. Minimize the PowerPoint and go to the plus sign once again. Select Window Capture, rename it and click OK. OBS should be automatically shown your PowerPoint. If not, Select PowerPoint Slideshow in the window drop-down menu. Click OK and close the window. Now you can see your presentation on the preview virtual screen. Adjust the size to a little bit less via red dots. To remove gray and black bars, hold the Alt button on your keyboard. Now you can cut windows that present your presentation. Here you can see that the green lines represent cutted edges. When you are done cutting, position presentation in given area. Lock all three sources one by one, so you can't move them by accident. Press transition button between two virtual screens and you are ready to go. Press start recording and go back to your presentation. Now you can start presenting and OBS will do everything in background. After you're done, go back to the OBS and press stop recording. If you forgot where your file is saved, go to the file and choose show recordings. Last thing to set up is your microphone. Here I'm using microphone built-in cam, but the process is the same. Once again, we go to the plus sign to add a device in our recording under Sources tab. Now we select Audio Input Capture and select OK. Select proper device and click OK once again. If you cannot see your microphone on the list, go to the Settings and then Audio icon on the right side of the screen. Under Devices section, change Mic Auxiliary Audio from Disabled to your desired mic. Now you can see green line jumping back and forward. Adjust the amount of your voice and you are ready to go. If you are on a Mac, everything is pretty much the same. Here's the example if your presentation is in Keynote. You will need to export it and play it through the Google Chrome browser. Open your desired presentation and navigate to File, then Export to. Choose HTML and click Next. Choose your export location and click Export. After exporting is done, open your folder and select index.html with right-click. Select option Open with and then Google Chrome. Now your presentation is open in Chrome. Once again, go to the OBS and add window capture. Select Google Chrome and then click OK. So yes, that was the end of the video. And this video you can find on YouTube. I think Joanna already shared that link. So if you want to watch it again, it's shared with you. And one thing to say is maybe you should, before you start recording, maybe you should add microphone first so everybody can hear you in the beginning. So basically you need to try this on your own. Every PC or Mac is different, and play with just OBS and try to figure out what's the best solution for you. Joanna, would you like to continue?
Yeah, thank you, Branimir. So we can move to the questions now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Yes, I have a question, Giovanna. I'm Branimir, Elijah and Ivan. As far as I can see, if we, for example, if we are running on a Mac, this presentation, and we should use Chrome, I'm not sure because I didn't that before. If a speaker has some effects at the presentation, they are going to be shown in Chrome in the same way?
I think we didn't test because we don't have all the things that everybody has, but
Yes.
I think it should be great because we tried with a video and that worked. So basically, it has to be shown. So
Okay.
everybody needs to try. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you told before, we should set up the mic before starting the recording, right? Microphone.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Just to be sure.
That's the basic thing because audio is the most important thing here.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Should we avoid a last question? Should we avoid wireless microphones just for quality? It's better to have wired microphones.
Yeah, of course, wired microphone is the best thing to do. I'm not really sure what you mean, but wireless microphone. I never use one.
Bluetooth
but
ones, for example,
yeah,
the ones I have at this moment.
Yeah, in a headset. Yeah, that's not the proper microphone. I think the sound is here. It needs to be the best thing. So if the presentation is a little bit blurry and sometimes or anything like that, that could pass. But if we cannot hear you good, that's bad thing. So
Okay.
the audio is the most important thing here.
Thank you so
I
much.
would recommend to just test out all the microphones you have. I have some wireless headsets. I have some Bluetooth headsets, and the microphone of those is better than some of the headsets you have with your phone. So I would just advise to test all of them, like saying something for 10 seconds and then listen to them yourself, and then you see which microphone is the best. It's never the one built into your computer. This is always the worst one.
Yeah.
But try with different headsets you have, even if they're wireless. They might be better than the cable one you have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You
okay. Sounds good.
Certainly, everybody needs to try to record a few minutes and then check to see what was the sound and what's the picture, and then try again for the whole presentation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, if anybody has more questions, I'll be happy to answer.
David, Artis, is everything clear for you?
Hold on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
My main microphone has just fallen apart in my hand, so I think you're on my laptop one now. Sorry. Yeah, that was good. Thank you. I did have some questions actually, but the video answered them, so I don't actually have any. Because I had a play with OBS yesterday, just briefly, and so I just noted down a couple of questions, and they've been answered. So, as I say, that's great. Thank you.
Great. I'm glad.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much. Well, Stefano, how is it going? Do you have any question for the production pool team?
No, not really. It was really interesting. In fact, I'm here undercover because I'm not going to record my video because it's going my talk is a regular talk. But it was really interesting because I am on another team organizing an online event, and it was interesting because we will have to consider these things. So thank you so much for your time. I have a general question regarding presentation and talks that are going to be held for the WordCamp, and it's about captioning. Are you going to provide live captioning for the talks or not?
Yes, but
yes.
Team from the Britain, we tried out to do it directly on YouTube, but it doesn't work. So as I figure it out, I think it's gonna be just like in Spain. So you have the thing with video, and below that's gonna be a black box with the captioning.
Perfect. Okay. No, it was just to know, because otherwise I've seen that there are methods for providing automated captioning, but done by artificial intelligence. But that's not the best solution.
No.
If there are professionals doing it, it's definitely better.
They are good if you are pre-recording, and if you can upload it before you can play it. So maybe, and if you have clear English. that's good, but in live, no, that's not an option.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not an option.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. So the live captioning for the pre-recorded session will also be done in the same way as the live sessions. So they will
Yes.
just like auto caption the pre-recorded ones the same way.
I think it's better for the live. Yeah.
Yeah. In Work in Spain, worked really well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I
it
think
looked
it was
good.
a good experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was just you answered my question. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So if anybody has any question, they can ping us on Slack. Johan already said that, or send us directly message. We will be happy to help as much as we can. If someone has any problem or issues with the camera or mic or something really bad
Perfect.
happening, we're here. So please let us know.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
We will be also there during the event as a tech support, so you can rely on us then as well. And the last thing is, since we are recording this this short webinar, it will be also uploaded, and we'll share the link. So in the channel.
Thank you so much. That's really useful. That's really useful because I think taking into account it happened on Friday and Saturday, maybe not everyone can attend. So it will be really useful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for attending.
Okay, have a nice weekend. Thank you so much for spending your time on a Saturday for doing this. And okay, see you around. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Bye.